Premenstrual tension killer, chocolate cake with creamy brigadeiro frosting. Let's start our recipe today by adding 3 eggs to the blender. I will also add a cup of sugar, a cup of oil. I will also add a cup of whole milk, remembering that my cup has 200 milliliters. And I'm also going to add a cup of chocolate powder, 50% cocoa. If you don't have 50% cocoa chocolate, you can use chocolate powder. Is that okay? Now let's cover the blender and mix very well. Our mixture looks like this. Let's move on to the next part. Let's pour our chocolate mixture here into a bowl. See how creamy it is. This is the famous cake that calms even women who are experiencing premenstrual tension. So for these moments, this recipe is perfect. Now I have 2 cups of wheat flour, and I'm gonna add it to our mixture, passing it through a sieve to make our dough lighter. Now just mix everything very well until our dough is very smooth and homogeneous. Friends, this cake is perfect, and I'm absolutely sure everyone will love the result. And while I mix it up, if you like chocolate cake, comment below. I love chocolate cake. This way I will know that you are liking this recipe, and I can bring you other similar recipes. Finally, we will add a tablespoon of baking powder and mix lightly until the yeast is added to our dough. Now just pour all of our dough into a mold, greased with butter and sprinkled with chocolate powder. If you prefer, you can sprinkle it with wheat flour, as we won't be unmolding this cake, okay? And now just put it in the oven. At 180 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. While our cake is almost ready, let's prepare the topping. In a pan, I will add 800 grams of condensed milk. I will also add 6 tablespoons of 50% cocoa powder and also a tablespoon of butter or margarine, remembering that the heat is still off, and we will mix very well. Now let's turn it on to medium heat and mix until it thickens. I'll show you the ideal point. After about 10 minutes, our topping was like this. Very creamy. This is the ideal point. It is not sticking to the bottom of the pan, so we can now turn off the heat and continue with the recipe. With our cake already baked, we will take a wooden spoon and make holes in our cake. This way, it is very easy. And now just pour all of our brigadeiro, topping over our cake. Look how delicious it is. This icing will go into those holes we made in our cake and will make it super creamy, moist, and very tasty. Make this recipe, you won't regret it. Now I'm going to finish adding chocolate sprinkles on top to make our cake even more beautiful and tasty. The best time has come. Let's cut a piece of our cake and try it. As you can see, this cake is very simple to make. You don't even need to unmold it, and it's incredibly delicious. My mouth is already watering with the desire to eat this cake. Now I'm going to take this piece that I cut, and let's see what it looks like inside. You can feel that it turned out really cute. My God, what a perfect cake. Now let's try our perfect chocolate cake. Our piece of cake has already broken in half. It's so soft inside. Friends, now I'm gonna take a piece and try this delicious cake. My God, how delightful. This cake is melting in your mouth. You need to make this delicious recipe.